Hi YouTube, Sleevy E here, back to do another video. I'm on my lunch break and I thought I'd take this time to do my history video with weight and kind of how I've arrived at this decision to have vertical gastric bypass. No, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Let's see, as a child I haven't always been overweight. When I was little I was very thin. I've always been very tall. So I carried my weight pretty good. It wasn't until I got to junior high that I started gaining weight when I hit puberty. During that time my parents went through a really bad divorce, and my father was he is a very horrible man, and he was very emotionally, verbally, mentally abusive. He was just a terrible man, and some of the stuff that he would say has really affected me even to this day. And it was then at that time when I was in junior high, looking back, thinking about it, is when I turned to food, and that's where my kind of food addiction started, and my emotional eating. I'm really horrible when it comes to emotional eating. Since junior high, that's when it started. I can pinpoint the actual time when it happened, and it just kept on going from there. My weight would go up and down, up and down. By the time I was in 9th grade, freshman, I had a womanly figure. Like I had a butt, I had hips. I definitely started gaining weight. And in high school, I was depressed a lot of the time, and I would just go to like drive-thrus and get food, and I remember feeling that sense of happiness when I would eat, and it started to get really unhealthy. So my highest weight when I was in high school was about 190, and I remember then thinking I was really fat, and I would just eat every time I was sad, when I was depressed, when I was happy. I turned to food, and I guess I felt like food was always there for me. Food was my friend, and I didn't realize what it was doing to me. And let's see, when I moved out at 18, and between then and 20 I had gotten a job. My self-esteem had kind of gone up, and I was happy, and I started doing the HCG, the hormone shots, and did a bunch of different diets and Atkins, and I lost a ton of weight. I got all the way down to 160. I was really thin, and it was at that time that I got a boyfriend and I got pregnant. And it was unexpected, but I was happy. And when I was 4 months pregnant, he broke up with me, and I got so depressed. I ate so much. I went out of control on my eating, and I ballooned. I gained like 75 pounds in that pregnancy. So much. I mean, it was ridiculous. So by the time I had her, I was up to like 220. And I remember thinking, what? I'm over 200 pounds. I remember thinking, this is huge. I can't believe how much I weigh. And I was still depressed, and I would still eat, and I didn't deal with that at all. And then I'd go up. It'd fluctuate between 220 to 250, up and down, up and down. Well, then between that time, I got pregnant again. And this is about 4 years later, and I got pregnant with my son, and I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes at about 4 months pregnant. And that scared me a lot, because just the word diabetes, and he told me you have more of a chance of developing diabetes after this. And so I was on a diet with him, and I think I was about 254 when I was pregnant. When they put me on the restricted diet, I was able to follow it to a T, and I actually lost weight in my pregnancy. So when I had him, I was back down to 220. Well, after he was born, I switched jobs, and it was stressful, and bills and life and relationship issues. This new job, we have so much food available all of the time, and I just I started eating again, and that first year I gained about 30 more pounds. Well, then the following year I gained another 30 pounds. Well, we came up to my highest weight, which was just this January 2015. We had a Biggest Losers challenge here at work, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna do this, you know, I'm getting ready to do my surgery, and I hadn't weighed myself in about 9 months, so I really didn't know what my numbers were, but I knew how horrible I was feeling, and I knew I had gained some weight. So when we went in, I remember going in to weigh, and they have you go into the room, and I stepped on the scale, and I remember thinking, oh my God. So my highest weight this year has been 301.4. And I remember standing there just stunned, and he wrote the number down, and he's standing there, you know, holding my folder to me with my weight written down, and I'm just in shock. I could not believe that number. Could not believe it. And that really, I was like, I need to make a change. Something needs to change. I'm getting more unhealthy. My sleep apnea is out of control. I'm falling asleep all the time at red lights. Like I don't ever sleep right, and I just feel horrible. I can't exercise because it hurts. It physically hurts. Walking hurts so bad, so bad. All this weight, it hurts to carry it around, and I couldn't believe it. I was just so ashamed and embarrassed of myself. Like, how could I let it get so bad? This eating disorder, that's what it is. It's an eating disorder that I overeat way too much because of how I feel. So during the weight loss challenge, I lost 20 pounds. So now I'm between 280 and 284. Like, I go up a little bit because I'll overeat and then I'll lose it again, and that number, it just scares me. I need to lose this weight, and I feel like I need to figure out what's triggering this emotional eating and this binge eating that I do, because it's super unhealthy. And I know the sleeve is just a tool, and it's going to help me in that area to not overeat, but I definitely need to figure out a way to get everything else in control. So I'm seriously thinking about seeing somebody and working this out. No shame in getting help, no shame in being proactive about our problems. And let me know if you guys have gone through or are going through some of these issues, because sometimes I definitely feel alone, and like maybe nobody knows what I'm talking about, because it boggles my mind sometimes. It really does. But I've never told anybody my weight, let alone 301.4. I told my mom my weight only after I lost the 20 pounds. But even losing the 20 pounds, I felt so much better. Just 20 pounds, I could tell a difference, how much better I felt. So I can imagine having the surgery, how much better I'm gonna feel. It's gonna be so great. I can't wait. So I just wanted to make this video to hold myself accountable and just kind of put it out there. My numbers, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna succeed. I'm gonna do great. Thank you guys for watching. If you've watched this whole video, I do appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys' support. I've gotten so many messages and comments from everybody, and I appreciate it. I'm following all of your stories. I love this community, and hopefully I'll be having a surgery date soon. I have my pre-op testing and all my classes next week. I'm really excited for that, in Dallas with Dr. David Kim at Kim Bariatric Institute. I'm taking my mom and my kids, and we're gonna make it a little vacay out of it. That'll be fun. Planning to go to the Dallas Aquarium and do some fun stuff. So after that, I'll be making another video. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.